everyone, it's me and the Game Nerds here, bringing you the top 3 reasons why Kaguya is a terrible villain. Now, most of you probably will agree, maybe even came to the same conclusion as me as to why I think Kaguya is a god-awful villain. In fact, if any of you are loyal subs to my channel, then you know, I fucking hate Obito with a burning passion, but I hate Kaguya more. She is how not to do a final villain. She is the embodiment of everything that is fucking wrong with this entire war saga. And she is honestly, like, I'm not entirely sure her reason for being here. I personally think she might either be as a way for Kishimoto to extend the series even longer, or somehow he thinks that this is actually quality writing and not a bullshit twist that is just god-awful and ruins so many aspects of the story, which I'll go into in this video. So yeah, these are the top 3 reasons why Kaguya is a terrible villain. Reason number 1 why Kaguya is a terrible villain. She came out of fucking nowhere with no build-up or foreshadow whatsoever. Now, this is probably definitely the biggest reason why Kaguya is a terrible villain, bar none. But I want to get this point out of the way because it is the biggest. Because if you somehow think Kaguya is a good villain, please listen to all of at least this reason right here. Because it is just so bad, the fact that I don't know if there's that many people that will defend her. There's probably definitely a lot of Naruto's actually that would. And yeah, I just contradicted myself. But I mean people, they're actually sane. So yeah, I basically wrote down at least 3 reasons for at least this reason why Kaguya is a terrible villain. Yeah, kind of went overboard there, but yeah, basically these are the 3 reasons why Kaguya's at least foreshadow and build-up was fucking awful. Madara had been built up throughout the majority of the series, but we only just found out about Kaguya's existence this year. Think about this, Madara, we first saw him at the Valley of the End towards the end of part 1 when Naruto and Sasuke were fighting each other. And then throughout all of Shippuden, we have just been building more and more up to this dude practically every arc. So this guy, he was going to be a big fucking deal. He was aiming to be a major villain and a final villain of the series, it looked like. And when the 4th Great Ninja War happened, it was revealed that yep, he's going to be what looks like the final villain, and the fact that he basically was going to live up to all the hype and maybe even succeed that the series had been giving him. And he was doing that for a while. Then Kaguya showed up and destroyed all of that fucking build up like it was nothing by killing Madara. Yeah, and then there was that whole thing about like Black Setsu, but that is just a fucking mess on its own, and I really don't feel like getting into that. The second problem with Kaguya's build up and foreshadow is the fact that Obito, now I fucking can't stand Obito as I said earlier, but at least the dude had foreshadowed, at least the fact that it was built up that Toby was Obito this entire time. Kaguya, oh my god, Kaguya had none of that one bit of foreshadow behind her existence alone. I guess like you could somehow like dig deep and like, oh, there was a Sage of the Sixth Path and Kaguya was his mother. I'm like, really? But that is so stretching for it. But to be a dumb reason right there. But seriously, because you have a problem when Obito has aspects better about him than Kaguya does Kishi. Obito, I thought, was one of the worst parts of Naruto, but after this train wreck of Kaguya showed up, she is miles worse than Obito at your handling of her. At least I can see what you're trying to do with Obito. Even though you did it completely wrong and left a lot of things unanswered, crucial things like, why Obito was acting like an idiot when he was Toby at first. That right there we never got an explanation of. It could be at least interpreted to get at least Naruto and his friends' attention, like to get them on his side, was pretending to be Madara. But even then, and then the whole thing about surviving the boulder, I'll say this, Kaguya was handled worse than all of that because, fuck, I forgot if I actually said this earlier in the video or not, but I definitely know I say it in past recordings of attempts of this video, but I'll say it right now. Kaguya was handled worse than the Star Child of Mass Effect 3 for being just a contrived and just god-awful last-minute character to try and wrap up the story. Yeah, I went there. Maybe, like, depending how she goes out, or what happens from here on, like, for example, some people are thinking that after Kaguya is defeated, Madara will come back, then they'll finally finish off Madara. Then this is, if Chichi does that, then that adds to my point. Kaguya have been nothing more but padding for the series. Nothing but frickin' padding. Padding just in a way to extend it so that way the series doesn't have to end sooner. And on to the third reason, for my first reason on why Kaguya is had fucking terrible build-up. Yeah, reasons inside of a reason. Even if Kishimoto didn't want Madara to be the final villain, there was at least other options besides Kaguya he could do, like, for example, Orochimaru. Orochimaru was a sneaky son of a bitch. He could have done something like with Madara's corpse and found something useful that he could have done, or hell, the Sage of the Six Paths. At least we knew about his existence prior to this arc. At least he had some build-up and mystery surrounding him. Unlike fucking Kaguya, which she's barely even the character, which I'll get into more of that later on in this video, but this twist had no build-up, no suspension, just, it was so awful, so poorly executed. This is just fucking awful. And now onto the second major reason why Kaguya is a terrible villain. Reason number 2 why Kaguya is a terrible villain. Her goal is fucking retarded. Seriously, Kaguya's goal is so fucking retarded, I don't even know where to begin. But I'll try. I'll first get into what Madara and Obito's plan was. Their plan, in a nutshell, was basically put everyone to sleep, then they would dream about the life they've always wanted, which would end war for the human race as a whole, and everything would be peaceful. Now, I actually like this plan. It's definitely an interesting one because of the debate it could bring. Do we have to sacrifice free will to achieve world peace? That's basically what the question that this plan boils down to, and could have been an interesting theme for the series that really, or just this arc in general, that never really been tapped at all. It's one that I wish I would have, and I do think it would, even in real life, spark an interesting debate on that fact that, as I said, do we have to sacrifice free will to achieve world peace? And Kaguya's plan, she has more so two goals, and they are so fucking retarded. First goal is to get her chakra back. The way this is thing right here, like to take the chakra back, which is all the world's chakra, it's such a bad idea for a goal for a final villain, due to the fact that it just makes. Now, Obito, he was evil because his middle school crush died. At least there was some sympathy there. At least the fact that Kishi tried to make Obito at least had some characteristics, at least reasoning for his goal. But Kaguya, her goal in basically a nutshell is because she's a spoiled brat. That's it. At least as I said, there was something to gain from Obito, but Kaguya has done some. It's so half-assed. I have to restate what I was saying earlier. Kaguya is just here to extend the series, nothing more, I bet. Cause fucking A, as I said earlier, You know you have a problem when Obito is a more competent villain than Kaguya is. Jesus H. Christ, I didn't think Kishi would be able to top his ranking when it came to Obito as a shitty villain. But he fucking did with Kaguya. Kaguya is a mess, and let's go into the third and final reason as why I think Kaguya is a terrible villain. Reason number 3 why Kaguya is a terrible villain. She's barely even a character to begin with. This is gonna be my hardest point to get across, because this is why I put it last. Because Kaguya technically is a character. This is the definition right here of a character. Now, what I'm showing you does go against my point, but it's going to be at the bottom. But first, I'll just read what's at the top. A person in a play or novel is what a character is, but it's at the bottom is what my point is. The characters are developed throughout the play. Kaguya is the opposite of that. She has no development. We know little about her past. She isn't really complex in any way. The only time we saw anything emotion from her is the fact that she cried when she saw Naruto and Sasuke reminding her of her sons. And there's nothing wrong with having an emotionless feeling, like, say for example, someone who had a traumatic past that killed all emotion inside of them. That right there can give you some depth and complexity. And who knows, maybe that happened with Kaguya. But to be honest, I don't want to know. I've always wanted to find out about the Sage of the Six Paths past. But when we discovered it, we wound up with Kaguya as the final villain. Kaguya just is a terrible villain. She is honestly the worst part of Naruto, the worst part of this arc. She is the worst twist in Naruto, the worst villain in Naruto, and just those in the big three in general. I fucking hate Kaguya, and honestly, I have not enjoyed a single chapter since she's appeared. At this point, I'm just one of those people just reading it, just see how the ending is. That's basically it. I haven't enjoyed the Naruto chapter since, and I'm just basically looking forward to the ending at this point. The quicker Kaguya gets defeated, the better. Anyways guys, what you guys think of this video? What are your thoughts on Kaguya as a villain, a character? Give me your thoughts down below. I'm up for a debate in the comments. If you guys think she's a good character, and yeah. If you guys like this video, leave it a like. If you dislike it, leave a dislike. If you want to see more content about anime, manga, and maybe even video games, then sub to my channel. And yeah, I'm Anime Junior, signing out. Peace.